Well, this is Jeff again. I now have to replace the Pfister kitchen faucet cartridge, the valve, this one on the left here, which has failed and now has become really stiff and starting to leak a little bit. Previously I posted a video on replacing the this upper part, this assembly here, but now I'm looking at this one. Looking under the sink, I went to shut off my two shut-off valves under here. Actually, there's three since there's a dishwasher here, I think. But they were stuck open, and even after working them back and forth a few times, water would still come out the faucet when I opened it. So I had to shut off the water to the whole house. And that's the other way around this. If you can't close these valves, just shut off the entire water supply. Now, for this cartridge replacement, I had to remove this cover first. It's threaded on, and in order to avoid damaging it, I placed a little piece of leather or some material over there before unscrewing it with my channel locks. So then I was able to do this without scratching it. I'm going to put the camera down here. I'll loosen it. I've already loosened it, so once I loosened it with the channel locks, then I was able to just unscrew this little cap. And there's the Phillips head screw that I need to remove, which I did next. And take it out. This is after the water, I have shut off the water to the whole house. Then this whole handle assembly comes off of this square shaft here. And then this piece, which I already loosened with my channel locks protecting it, the chrome finish, unscrews this little collar. And now, lastly, I didn't protect this one so much, but there's a nylon washer here. Sorry about trying to hold the camera with one hand. And I loosened that one with the channel locks. There's a special tool probably for this, but I didn't have that, so I just used this to unscrew it. And then it could come off with your fingers. And I already verified that the water was shut off, and when I opened this valve, no water came out because I shut off the whole house water supply. Now, this cartridge assembly comes straight out, and you notice the little tab right here on the back side that fits into that slot right there. So that new one has to be aligned with that. I'm looking at it. This one has become very difficult to move. Probably got some scale and some rust in there. And there's what it looks like down inside with the gasket. I'm going to clean that out and then put a new one in that I got it at Lowe's. Home Depot didn't have it, but Lowe's did. This Pfister. Here's the replacement cartridge that I got at Lowe's. About 15 bucks, I think, plus tax. Now I removed this rubber gasket and cleaned out this fixture in there. The new cartridge came with its own rubber gasket, a new one on there that should work well. So looking at the new one, it looks the same as the old one on the bottom. It is an aftermarket one. It's not actually made by Pfister, but it has the same dimensions. So I'm going to stick it in with that little tab to the back so that it fits right down in there, and it looks like we're good. Looks like I got the right part, which is always a good thing. And then I'm going to put this nut, this nylon nut, back on there. Thread it down by hand, and a little more with the channel locks, I think. Clockwise tighten it. See if I can hold this thing while I'm tightening it. Sorry about this. Camera. Yeah. I think just enough that it presses down on that rubber gasket on the bottom. You don't have to get it super tight, but just so it doesn't leak. I wish I had that special tool, but I'm not going to buy a tool just for one thing like this. Okay, that wasn't the best tool for this, but let's see if it works. I'm going to turn on the water and test it with the handle before I put this whole thing back together. It feels much easier to turn now. This new one, the old one was really difficult to turn. And now I'm going to go downstairs and turn on the water. Okay, we turn on the main water supply and blowing all that rust and scale through there and some air that was in the line. This new one works much better. Easy to turn with one finger. Now the question is, does it shut off without any leakage here? Perfecto. Shut off perfectly. I think this is a ceramic type cartridge. It says ceramic disc, so that should last a very long time to make the seal inside of there. Probably at least 10 years. The previous one's been on there. And we just reassemble it, the reverse of what you did to disassemble it. That's pretty much it. So we'll put this nut on there. Hand tight's probably good. Put the handle back on. Phillips head screw. Doing it all with one hand here. And let's see what we got. Got to hold it there. And then this little cap. This cap I took off from this spout. I was looking at that nut, but I'll put that one back on too. And then this guy, same kind of cap goes on, just hand tight there. And we are done. Works is good. I think we're good for another 10 or 15 years there. That's it. Thanks. Bye.